Dobermans are very unique dogs for just so many reasons, but what really makes them stand out are those like really weird little quirks they have. Their strange little habits, their odd tics, and just their really weird behaviors. I've been studying and working with Dobermans full time for many years now. I've been interviewing experts, I've been conducting hands-on training sessions, working with owners, and even conducting and publishing one-of-a-kind breed studies. And through all of that, the thing that really stands out to me is that these dogs are just full of really bizarre behaviors that are unique to them. So these are the absolute weirdest quirks of the Doberman, and I'm gonna tell you what each of them means. Okay, first up is something called flank sucking. And if you haven't heard of this, it's pretty weird, especially because it's almost exclusive to the Doberman breed. It's when they suck on that little flap of skin between their rear legs and their stomach. Now, this is considered to be an OCD type of behavior in this breed, and the average age on which this condition begins to happen is around 8.5 months old, and it's most common to occur in Dobermans at bedtime when they're kind of relaxing or immediately after a meal. There's a study down below about all that if you want to read more. Now, this behavior, it's also often grouped together with something called blanket sucking or just suckling, or just other OCD behaviors of many different types. Dobermans love to have this like special blanket or a corner of their bed or a pillow that they just like to hold their mouth and suck on. Now, this weird behavior, it often does last their entire lifetime, and it's really not just like a puppy thing that a lot of people consider it to be. And it really, no one seems to know why this occurs, but it is exclusive basically to the Doberman breed. So yeah, just think of it like, I don't know, a baby sucking on a pacifier. That's the mighty Doberman for you. Okay, so how about the reasons why this happens? Well, it's considered to be a self-soothing behavior when your Doberman is stressed out. So it could certainly indicate additional anxiety in their life. It's essentially a comforting action for them, and it's linked to high sensitivity. And hopefully you know by now that Dobermans are incredibly sensitive, highly tuned dogs. Another weird thing Dobermans do, teeth chattering. Yes, I'm serious. So it kind of sounds like when they're, I don't know, shivering cold. Like you'll hear the rapid clicks in succession of their teeth, like click, 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 just like that. But it really happens even when your dog is plenty warm, and it sounds like it's coming from kind of their front teeth. And Dobermans are the most commonly reported breed to experience this teeth clacking, usually between the ages of 2 and 4 years of age, but it can occur at any time. Now, there are definitely reasons why this could be happening that might be serious, like medical issues, dental issues, or just pain, or even neurological conditions like seizures or other disorders. So if you're seeing this from your Doberman and you're at all concerned, could be something serious, especially if it's combined with other symptoms, so definitely get your dog checked by a vet. I'm not one. But I can confidently say that with Dobermans, it's very frequently not serious at all. But it's still really weird. But most commonly, Doberman owners seem to say that it seems to be linked to when they're scenting something, like a really good smell. That's when they start to chatter those teeth. Those are some of the most common reasons, but it also could be a sign of just general excitement, general anxiety, or anticipation in Doberman. So you kind of need to take the big picture into account when this is happening. So here's one behavior they do all the time, carrying their favorite object in their mouth all around the house and not destroying it. And this is a strange one for sure, but when you live with a Doberman, you'll kind of find out that they seem to destroy everything that they put in their mouth. They have an incredibly strong bite, just tons of leverage when they bite down, and it's like a scissor bite, which means the teeth come together in a very precise manner, and it really does a great job of just slicing and dicing things. So that, you know, impossible to destroy dog toy you got, yeah, destroyed. But every now and then, a Doberman will find their favorite toy. And for the rest of their life, they'll carry that singular toy around, being incredibly careful not to destroy it. Now, a lot of times with Dobermans, it's a plush toy or something really soft, right? This little spiky ball here though, this little plastic one, this was my first Doberman Cooper's favorite toy. He had this for years. He'd keep this in his mouth and he'd kind of just walk all over the house with it. He'd set it down gently, then he'd run off and destroy some $40 toy I just got him, and then go right back to gently carrying this around in his mouth. Now, this behavior can happen for a lot of reasons, but with Dobermans, it could be simply just mild kind of possessiveness and keeping their favorite toy close to them, or they could be wanting to present it to you throughout the day, which is another one. They have a really strong instinct to do this with a lot of their toys. Or what seems to be the most common with Dobermans is it's just a comfort behavior, and frankly, it's just their comfort toy. I think of this like this one right here. I think this just felt good on Cooper's gums. Now, Dobermans, especially really young ones, are known to kind of let out this one little yelp or little cry when you first put them into their crate for bed at night. It's really weird. Luckily, I have an old video where I caught this in action with my Doberman Arlo. It's a little unique, right? Because most breeds, if they're gonna cry a lot, right? For a long time when they go into their crate. But that single cry at the start of the night sure seems to be a Doberman thing. Okay, there are a lot of theories about why this is common in this breed. In my opinion, it's really just their last little bit of energy they have left. They're testing boundaries also maybe to see if, you'll give them some attention, or they're just kind of more simply, just trying to settle down for the night and let out that last little bit. Some people seem to think that it's their Doberman just saying to them a nice good night. Okay, here's another weird one for Dobermans. Head bobbing syndrome. Now this freaks a lot of owners out, but if you own a Doberman for a little bit of time, you're maybe pretty used to them. This is also called idiopathic head tremors or head bobbing syndrome. And it's when your Doberman randomly and uncontrollably shakes or kind of twitches their head in a rapid motion, almost appearing to have a seizure, shaking up and down or side to side. Now for Dobermans who are affected by this, these head tremors typically last around 3 minutes on average. They occur about twice a day during the active periods, and they're usually separated about 2 months between episodes. Now this was based on a study of 87 Dobermans who were affected by this, so it's kind of a small pool, but I think these are some of the best numbers we have. Sources down in the description below. Now of course, if it's an actual seizure, definitely cause for concern, but if it's an idiopathic head tremor, it's generally considered to be harmless and not painful for your dog. And there's actually definitely a really interesting genetic link there for sure. In that same study I told you about, every single one of the Dobermans that had that head shaking condition had the same male dog in their lineage generations ago. So all you owners out there of Dobermans who have these head tremors, your dogs might actually be related. But to be frank, the actual cause of it is not entirely known. Some owners of affected dogs seem to say that there's anxiety involved often, or excitement or fear seems to kind of set it off also. And some experts also theorize that brain abnormalities can be a factor as well, but it's generally considered to be benign, so hey, that's good news. Okay, some of you out there might notice your Doberman digging up your backyard and eating dirt. Horrible thing, right? Now, both of these things are definitely common in other breeds also, but doing them together at the same time seems to kind of be a Doberman favorite. Definitely not fun for your landscaper, not fun for you, and I mean, I would think not fun for our dogs, right? But they do it anyway. Now, definitely talk to your vet about this one also, but the most common reasons, honestly, are just boredom and extra energy, especially with this high drive dog who has just so much intellectual energy. But your Doberman could be full of anxiety and trying to relieve that stress, or seeking comfort is a very common thing too that they do by digging up kind of a nice cool spot to lay down in your lawn on, exceptionally hot days. And there's also a condition called pica where your dog habitually eats non-food items, which can be really dangerous and lead to blockages, ultimately requiring surgery to save your dog's life. And then there's, in my mind, the big one, nutritional deficiencies in their diet, which can not only cause this behavior, but also lead to some serious health concerns at the same time. For example, a lack of zinc or iron may cause your dog to eat dirt, just as one example. And nutritional deficiencies, this is really where things get serious, because if your Doberman's eating dirt, it might not just be that boredom or anxiety. It could be their body telling you that they're missing something important in their diet. And that's why I should really mention Ollie, guys. There's a lot of people using them now. They're a fresh dog food service that makes human grade meals that are formulated with veterinary nutritionists. So there's no fillers, there's no sketchy byproducts, no mystery kibble. It's just clean proteins, real fruits, and fresh vegetables. And very importantly, it's balanced in a way that covers all those critical vitamins and minerals that your Doberman needs. And here's what I love most about them, guys. Each dog gets a personalized meal plan. So whether you have one Doberman or you're a multi-dog household with like different breeds and sizes, each dog's meals are tailored to their unique needs. So just answer the handful of questions at sign up and then they customize it all. And I personally really feel like a dog's coat is a great insight into how they're doing nutritionally. And I hear all the time from countless owners who talk about their Doberman's beautiful coat and how it just shines after they switch to Ollie. And who knows, if nutrition is part of the reason why your Doberman's snacking on dirt all day, might help out there too. So if you want to give it a try and see what it'll do for your dog, they are our sponsor here at Doberman Planet. You can just head over to that link in the description down below, or if it's easier, just type in dobermanplanet.com/freshfood into your browser. That's a quick link we made, so it'll take you straight to Ollie's site. And don't forget to use our coupon code Doberman Planet, all caps, gets you 60% off your very first box with them. And I'm certain that your Doberman will do plenty of strange behaviors throughout the day, but at least you don't have to worry about the quality of their food. All right, next up, pacing, the never-ending click, clack of your Doberman's nails on your tile or your hardwood floors. You owners out there know what I'm talking about. Walking in circles all day long throughout your house, usually holding their favorite toy. If it's a lot of click-clacking, might be a sign you gotta trim the nails soon. Usually with Dobermans, this also seems to kind of be related to excess energy. I mean, are you seeing a trend here with this breed? They have just tons of energy for days. Now, it could also be because they're anticipating something, like that fun walk or that treat you're gonna give them. Or another really common one is simply just trying to release that anxiety from being away from you and just running out the clock till you get back when they're left alone. Really, it can happen for any reason that just causes general restlessness in these dogs. And it certainly has something to do with their natural high drive temperament. It's not a horrible quality, honestly, in my opinion. They are a protection dog. And some people do argue that, hey, maybe they're just simply doing their guardian instincts. They're on patrol in your house. Do me a favor, share this video with another Doberman owners, just so you guys can bond over, these really odd, but definitely super common behaviors that these strange dogs do. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you again next week. And remember to hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget, there's a million reasons why we love the Doberman.